So there seems to be this myth floating around that there's an age restriction on rapping. And I've heard it from both ends, from people inquiring if they're too old to be rapping, to kids wondering if they're too young to be rapping. And I've discovered through conversing with these age-conscious creatives that their concerns typically stem from a few underlining reasons. And if you're someone struggling with the idea that maybe you're too young to start rapping as well, then you probably dealt with some of these same insecurities as well. So let me take a look at them and see if I can't put some of these myths to rest. I found that many of the younger inspiring rappers feel like they're just not marketable. And this is likely due because most of the music they hear on the radio features older rappers whose lyrical content boasts explicit lyrics and mature subject matter. This leaves them with the familiar sentiments of not being tall enough to ride the roller coaster or being too young to drive the car. They feel as if they've not yet been given the rite of passage and are consequently left harboring a countenance of alienation. And one thing that I've learned over these years is there's a market for everything. Even if you can't get your music on the mainstream platforms and such, there's so many more opportunities out here to get your music heard. For an example, if you're only 12 years old and you're like heavily into Pokemon, then go make an awesome rap song about it and upload it to YouTube. There's tons of adults who love this game as well, and it's possible they may love your song too. And who knows, maybe you can submit your song to the Pokemon company and then they may decide to feature it on one of their commercials or future game releases. Another thing that a lot of younger rappers struggle with is they don't really feel like they have much they can talk about. And again, they're comparing themselves to these older rappers who have a lot more mature subject matter. Since they can't brag about their cars or how much money they've acquired, they feel disqualified. While it is true that they don't have all the same life experiences as their older counterparts, they still have much more in common than meets the eye, because we've all been young, right? What grown-up can't relate to having their first crush? Or how they used to hate cleaning their rooms and being grounded? What about when you try to talk yourself out of a whooping? Or, spoiler alert, when you found out Santa Claus wasn't real? Or what about the period of time you had to walk around with your teeth missing? Or when you got in trouble at school for disrupting the class and you couldn't play kickball during recess? Oh, one more. What about the time when you was 4 years old and you figured out how to operate your parents' lighter and you set your room on fire? Oh, maybe that was just me, but it did happen. See, there's tons of life experiences that you can talk about as a younger person that older people can relate to, even if you didn't set your room on fire. And please do not set your room on fire. Another reservation that a lot of younger rappers have is they'll say, I don't have enough money. I'm not making any money, therefore I shouldn't even be trying to rap. So perhaps you're not old enough to work a normal 9-to-5 type of job. That's okay. There's still plenty of things that you can legally do to earn money. For an example, ask people if they'll pay you to wash their car, cut their grass, rake leaves, shovel snow, tend to their pets when they're out of town, clean their house, cut their hair, babysit, bake them some fresh cookies, or how about perform a magic show at a birthday party? Even if there's absolutely no way that you can make money right now, you can still set up a YouTube account for free. You can get you some free instrumentals and you can find you some free recording software to where you can work on music without spending $0. And I'll tell you another major advantage a lot of younger people have is you're usually already tapped into school, which means you're tapped into a lot of people. So it can be a lot easier to get the word going around that you're making music and create you a little bit of a local buzz, because you have all these students that are coming together all the time to school each and every single day. So you can use that to your advantage and start building you a little fan base. I started rapping when I was only 10 years old. And I remember by the time I got to high school, I was burning CDs and stuff because we listened to CDs at the time and CD burners had just came out. And I was passing out hundreds of my little demo CDs to everybody in my school, which is kind of scary because that means that a lot of them people still had them CDs, and that kind of makes me cringe. But the moral of the story here is it's not about what you have. It's about what you do with what you have. Another reservation that a lot of younger rappers have is they feel like they're too young to make a career out of music. And let me just hit this from two different angles real quick. First of all, you don't have to make a career instantly out of music in order for you to start doing music, all right? My advice to you is don't do something unless you like really love it in the first place. Because if you don't really love it, then you likely won't stick around long enough anyways to ever be successful in it. So look at the same reason why Dr. Dre and Eminem and Jay-Z and people like this Why are they still making music till this day? They're not doing it for the money at this point. Like, they're good. They are loaded. They're set. They're still making music for the same reason they started in the first place. And that's because they have a true passion and a love for it. And so put the career thing to the side for just a moment and just do it if you enjoy doing it, if it makes you happy, if you feel excited when you do it and it's fun, that's a good enough reason to do it. But let's talk about the business side. There's quite a few younger rappers who've made a substantial career for themselves. Here's a few examples. Criss Cross was an early 90s group duo that consisted of Mac Daddy, 12 years old, and Daddy Mac, 11 years old. Under the tutelage of Jermaine Dupri, they sold 4 million copies in the US of their debut album, Totally Crossed Out, which included the hit single, Jump, which went on to top the Billboard Hot 100 charts for 8 weeks in a row, becoming the first rap song to have achieved such a long stay at the top. No other rap song had ever led the charts for that length of time. Lil Bow Wow released his first album, Beware of Dog, in 2000 at the age of 13. He too was also signed to Jermaine Dupri's record label So So Def, and Bow Wow's album debuted at number 8 on the Billboard charts and sold 101,000 copies the very first week. And Bow Wow continued to release new music and became a movie star, appearing in films such as All About the Benjamins, Like Mike, Johnson Family Vacation, Roll Bounce, and the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, to name a few. In 2013, he also became the official host of BET's hit show 106 in Park. In the early 2000s, Lil Romeo, son of music mogul Master P, signed to his father's popular record label, No Limit Records, at the age of 12. His debut single, My Baby, went on to be certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. In 2001, Romeo released his debut single, Lil Romeo, and it was charted on the US Billboard 200 at number 6 and went on to be certified gold, selling over 500,000 copies. Lil Romeo continued to release new music and in 2002 was offered his own Nickelodeon show, Romeo. The show was a success and ran for 3 consecutive seasons. Romeo later made his way to the big screen while appearing in films such as Jumping the Broom and Medea's Witness Protection. And last and certainly not least, in 1991, at the age of 9 years old, Lil Wayne joined Cash Money Records as the youngest member of the label. A few years later, in 1996, Lil Wayne formed the southern hip-hop group Hot Boys. Most of the group's success came in 1999 from their platinum-selling album Guerrilla Warfare and subsequent single Bling Bling. During the same year, Wayne released his debut solo album, The Block Is Hot, which also became certified platinum. Lil Wayne continued to consistently release new music. In 2008, he dropped The Carter 3, which became his most successful album to date, with first week sales reaching an impressive 1 million copies in the United States alone. The album won the Grammy Award for Best Rap Album, which also included the hit singles Lollipop, A Milli, and Got Money. Lil Wayne has also sold over 100 million records worldwide, making him one of the best-selling artists of all time. And remember, he started pursuing his career in music at the tender age of only 9 years old. So no matter how young you are, it's never too early to start pursuing your dreams. And yes, you will inevitably have naysayers who doubt that you can achieve anything great at such a young age. But guess what? Opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has one and they all stink. So do what you love, make the music you want to hear, and just be yourself and have fun. Also, if you're wondering if you're too old to be rapping, I got another video dedicated just on that, so be sure to check it out. I'll post a link in the video description below. My name is Cole Mize with ColeMizeStudios.com, where I strive to make you a better rapper now. And if you're trying to perfect your rap skills, make sure that you get yourself a free copy of my ebook, The #1 Fundamental to Rapping, via the link in the video's description below. And subscribe to this channel for straight to the point, no BS, how to rap video tutorials. And always remember, when it comes to rapping, there's no rules, there's only techniques. Peace. Hey man, you see that subscribe button right there? Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Oh, and don't forget the bell icon. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Hey, I know you see that like button, right? Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. And look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, today I'm gonna kill it.